Awesome. So hey everyone, sorry for that. Let's get started though. So we have another sticker pack that is going through. It's been approved already. So congratulations to Ligaya for getting approved for a sticker pack. So this is kind of a sneak peek of what the stickers are going to look like. They also provided us with some samples of their work for different types of stickers. So this is not what Marma J-Chan will look like. This is just some of their other work they've done in the past. So some of the phrases we're going to get done is like good morning, GM, good night, congrats, voted, welcome, good idea, soon TM for all those that have been in the space for a while, and beautiful. We're looking for 2 more suggestions. We asked Rebecca for a couple, but if you're in the community and you have some suggestions for what else we should add, please feel free to go to the proposal and let us know what you think should be added. Okay, we have another proposal for a sculpture for Marma J-Chan's birthday. So I'll give a brief sneak peek, like I said in a bit, over what the space will look like, but we're hopefully going to have an actual sculpture created. So if you want to see what we mean by a sculpture, this is kind of the idea. This is some of their real life sculptures they've created, the artist. So we're going to get a sculpture like this created from Marma J-Chan, but it's going to be in a virtual world. So everybody who comes to Marma J-Chan's birthday can see the sculpture and interact with it. So this artist is looking for some ideas for what we might think is, good creative direction for the sculpture. And so I said, I can't spell great correctly apparently, but I said, thanks for putting the post together. Bianca might have some ideas. So far, this is the kind of direction we're going. So the Skater Girl, Marma J-Chan idea by Mark Crypto. This one as well by Crintronics.near. And also some of these examples as well to kind of give a creative direction for what the sculpture might look like. And then we have the actual birthday party proposal. So if you want to know more about what's happening for the Marma J-Chan's birthday party, I shared this last week, and this is more details here. So all of this is posted in Telegram. I posted it a few messages above, so feel free to go through all the links yourself. But it's going to be December 19th at 11 a.m. Eastern. So an hour before this call just started. So we're making it earlier and earlier so that all the community members can join. It's going to be in NearHub. If you have no clue what NearHub is, I'll actually share the link for NearHub in this chat. And anybody who wants to, you can actually log in with your testnet account and you can see what NearHub looks like. So there you go, Marma J. This is like a little seat we have, and you can actually hit the space bar and put yourself seated. Hit I, and there you go. I'm seated on the pink seat. Okay. So how do I get off this seat? Okay, I teleported off the seat. Okay, so you can go into the change room, for example. We're going to have, so right now it's all the same avatar. We're going to have different avatars with Marma J type of themes. So last week when I said, hey, if anyone wants to try and design an avatar for Marma J-Chan for this party, feel free to let us know. So Bianca's going to do the first one soon. We've been pretty busy the past week. But then we're going to actually have bounties available for the community to try and design an avatar. So as you can see, this avatar is kind of like purple looking. So now my avatar has been changed. If I come out here, you'll be able to see now my avatar is this purplish, white, cool looking thing. I can kind of zoom in and show you some of the cool designs of what the avatar looks like. I can also hit the space bar, right? Sit there, hit I, and you can see me sitting. So I could take a nice little screenshot of myself sitting on the chair. Woohoo! And I'll share it in the chat real quick so everyone can see me hanging out on the couch. This is going to be the change room for the party. So we're going to have not only the change room, we're going to have a party room, hopefully, I'm pretty sure. And it should be a fun way for the entire community to come together. We're going to have Easter eggs. We're going to have maybe some near drops hiding throughout the party as well. So come out, have fun, take some screenshots. We're definitely going to have a screenshot competition. So for example, you're going to be able to Go into one of these change rooms, right? Find an avatar that you like, come back out. And remember I said all of the different Marma J chans are going to be hanging on the walls here. So you're going to be able to like go, like say there's a Marma J chan here on the wall and you like it a lot, or maybe it's your Marma J chan. You're going to be able to come out here, take a little selfie, in front of your Marma J chan, put it on Twitter, like hashtag, Marma J chan birthday bash or whatever. And we're going to DM you on Twitter with a link drop with some near tokens, as a congratulations for having one of the coolest selfies. So you can get together with some friends, you can like talk and say things. Anyways, you can also throw things. Okay, wait, this is pretty cool. I can't remember how to do it. Objects. Okay, this is difficult. Maybe I can't do it in this room, but we're gonna have a cake fight too. So you're gonna be able to like take cake and throw it around in the room. So anyway, let's move on. We have a couple new mints in the Marma J mint-based store. This is the most recent one. So these artists got added to the Marma J mint-based store to define love, support, and positivity to them. So if you're an artist who's watching this right now, you're in the community, and you would like to create art, create NFTs that define love, support, and positivity to you, reach out to us, let us know, and we might be able to add you to the store. And usually sorry, someone's really loud outside. Usually we fund these posts as well. So we funded each of these with, I think, 3 Marma J per illustration, I'm pretty sure. So we actually fund the artist with 3 Marma J each time they create one. We have another artist who is doing a similar type of work. Their newest piece is this one right here, the Creature Connection. It's their 3rd piece of the Love collection. And so obviously lots of hearts here. You can interpret it how you wish. But again, if you'd like to mint NFTs that define love, support, and positivity to you, we have a Marma J mint-based store for that. We also have, if you like writing blog posts or guides to support the community, if you'd like to do that, you could also support the community that way. So here is Carolina, who has a post here. So this is their post of like how they created it, what platform they used, how they used the forum, and everything like that. Bianca is working with them, so thank you very much, Bianca, to get this post ready to be on our blog. And then once the post is on our blog, they are able to request a payout. So now for the fun part, going through, and we are gonna scroll down, right? Because I'm actually gonna vote through CLI. If you have no clue what CLI is, see, this is where I might show my entire screen. So let me go to the first part first here. Then I'm gonna let Ricky, feel free to unmute, share a bit of the financials. You can share your screen if you'd like, or you can just unmute and chat. I guess let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you? This is the first time talking.
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect. Let me kind of open up my screen here. So right now, yeah, as Chloe was mentioning in the beginning, I'll kind of brief everyone through on what I've been working on in terms of our Marma J finances. So the ideal goal is to kind of get a monthly report, at least posted on the forum, showing our Marma J DAO finances on a monthly basis. So that includes a couple of things, right? Our tokens, what our transaction looks like on a weekly basis. So the ideal is to kind of have it end on Friday or on the Saturday, so I have that report prepared for Sunday during our our group wide discussion and our group calls. So on that finances, we're kind of going through, for sure the tokens transactions, the different revenue streams that we will potentially have. So that includes, different farming tactics, or even, you know, primarily our NFT store, right, or our NFT mint-based marketplace. So all those revenue generated, we want to showcase that and see what the trend and how much we're actually generating from that, and also from different grants and whatnot. The ideal goal is just to kind of monitor and track it, given that we will be getting our grant soon, right? Chloe. So that's where one of the things that'll be huge beneficial, so that we can kind of see where it's coming in and how much we're actually, you know, allocating out for. So let me share. I don't know how I work this thing, but
I think there should be like the three. Actually, at the bottom, I see
right? Yeah.
screen,
Okay.
but there you go.
Okay. Let me know if you see my screen. Oh, it's blinking.
Yeah, it's blinking for me as well, but
Yeah, on my end it's blinking as well. Okay, I must off and then okay. Is it working right now?
Seems like it's
Okay.
going. You might have to zoom in a little bit, but
Oh, right. Okay. That's a good question. I'm not sure if I could zoom in on this.
like maybe. Oh wait, it's an actual Excel sheet, or is it a?
Yeah, this is the actual Excel sheet. I didn't get a chance to type PDF it or anything at the moment. But
Okay.
yeah,
No worries.
yeah. So maybe I'll just quickly walk through it, and then maybe, you know, after this we can kind of start posting. So yeah, these like the ideal goal is to have a weekly finance sheet that shows exactly what's happening, what took place this week in terms of our transactions of our tokens, and how much revenue we kind of generated from multiple revenue streams. So these are actual data as of November 1st to November 7th. Our transaction data is currently down, so we couldn't pull it this week to update this report. But as of last week, this is kind of the movement that that took place with our Marma J tokens. So it was these are all the transactions, and then at the very top, there's just consolidation of showing how much Marma J tokens actually went out, and then that's equivalent of about $41 in USD, and then that's about $4 in for near tokens. So that's a high level view of exactly what our balances are at the top as well. Currently, we have, you know, about 12,569 Marma J tokens, and that's just sitting at the end of November 7th, or sorry, November 6th. So this will kind of be showcasing exactly what our finances will look like on a weekly basis, and then, you know, ultimately we can produce, consolidate, and have a month-end report as well. So going forward, we can kind of keep track of all these finances going forward. So that's pretty much it. Chloe, let me know if I kind of missed anything, or you want to chime in and add to it.
No, that's perfect to me. I mean, I feel like many members in the community are probably just getting into the community. They might not really understand yet what the Marma J token is, what it's used for, you know, all of that type of stuff. And so I think it'll be really helpful. As you said, the grant should be coming in soon, and all of the grant funds that we get are going to be swapped into Marma J tokens on Ref Finance. So Ref Finance is a DEX, a decentralized exchange. Hopefully some of you have, you know, seen it before because of the Paras token. They had their token sale a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and they have a lot of liquidity on Ref. So what we're going to be doing is taking our near tokens that we get into our grant, swapping those on Ref to Marma J, and then distributing Marma J tokens to the community. So I know a lot of community members have received tips over the past few weeks in near. We don't have any more near to tip, so we appreciate you guys coming in, and we love you guys sharing your creativity with us still, but we have no more near to tip. We are also still obviously collecting NFTs that a lot of you community members have submitted from Paras, and we're collecting those in near. But like say after November, where the plan right now, Ricky brought up a very good point, that we're trying to show our current revenue streams, but also our potential revenue streams. And so Marma J Chan is going to have her own mint-based store moving forward. And so some of the artists here in this call, or that have submitted, you know, very high quality Marma J Chans throughout the month of November, we will be reaching out to you. That's why we said, okay, can you please add, you know, why do you think we should collect this? Can you please add your social link and your portfolio? So we're going to be going through all of the artists that have submitted a Marma J-Chan, and we're going to be reaching out to some of you one-on-one in private messages, and we're going to be asking if you would like to join our Marma J Mintbase store. And what that is going to be a store on Mintbase just for Marma J-Chans. So any kind of draw this in your style that you'd like, but just for Marma J-Chans. And what that's going to do is allow us to get a split revenue automatically back to the DAO whenever one of those Marma J-Chans sells on Mintbase. On Paras, you can do royalties, but you can't do royalties to multiple addresses. So on Mintbase, what we can do is we can say, hey, thank you so much for creating this Marma J-Chan. When it sells, we're actually going to make sure that you as the artist gets the majority of the royalties, let's say 81%, but we're still going to get 19% of the royalties back to the DAO. Same for the split sales. What we're probably going to do is set it so that half, that's quite a large amount, but half of the first sale goes to the DAO, and half of the amount of the first sale goes to the artist. So then what we're going to do as the Marma J Foundation is really make sure we're marketing these Marma J-Chans. We are working with other DAOs and other groups, maybe Swagger DAO, for example, to create some Marma J-Chan swag, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and everything else. So even when, let's say someone buys a t-shirt with your Marma J-Chan on it, you're also, as an artist, getting paid royalties and split sale fees. But also the DAO is earning NEAR tokens as well. And again, when we earn those NEAR tokens, we're going to swap them out for Marma J tokens. And we're going to use that again to distribute throughout the community. So that's just a high-level view of what is to come, let's say in December or January, as we move out of like this first month of Marma J-Chan, where it's just make your draw list in your style wherever you'd like. We're going to collect it for the DAO. We're going to move slowly into making her more of a character. Hopefully some of you guys saw the comic book on Paras, where if you buy a certain NFT, you're able to read the comic. So we'll probably be doing stuff like that as well, where we'll work with Ashley, one of our guild members who teaches a creative writing class. So it would be really cool to get some lore or some storylines written about Marma J-Chan, maybe with NEAR Chan as well, and then connect those stories with some art from the community to create some comics or some short stories and novels about Marma J-Chan and continue growing the world of Marma J-Chan. So now, getting into what most people are here for, I'm going to try my best to actually keep all of this on screen. So I am going to try and share my entire screen. And yeah, it's going to look a bit weird right now. But it should look okay now. And if it doesn't look okay, let me know. So hopefully you should be able to see my screen here with the most recent. So 152, that's the number of the proposal in our DAO. And this is the next NFT we're voting on. So I'm not going to go slowly through all of them, but I will go slowly through the very first one, just to make it clear what I'm doing, and as you're looking at everything, what's actually happening. So I showed this a bit earlier, but I'll show it again. The ID of the token is right here. So this is the governance post on the forums, and this is the ID. So I'm just copying that. I can take out the ID here in the URL. I can change the URL, and this is the NFT that is currently in the DAO to be collected. If you were here last week, this should look relatively familiar, right? So this is the code, the JSON, this args, ARGS, is for arguments. So this is the JSON arguments. The token ID is 33900, which is right here, 33900. The receiver, I spelled this wrong for some of my votes last week, and someone corrected me. I can't remember who it was, but thank you again so much. But marmaj.sputnik-dao.near, that is our DAO address for the Marma J DAO. Method is just the function that you're going to call. So we're going to call the function of NFT buy, and we're going to call it with one near, and then this is the storage amount. Okay, so it's 1.01128 near. It's on the x.paris.near contract. That's the Paris marketplace. And the proposer is Chloe.near. I put all these votes up. So that's relatively simple, relatively high level of what's going on here. Now, as you can see, there's already been one upvote. So Rebecca.near already voted yes. And we have 3 people on our council. So once 2 people vote yes, the vote passes. Okay, so that's high level what's happening here. It's all on the blockchain. Now, this is my command line, and I'm going to do my best to explain this as well. So when you start using your CLI, your command line interface, it starts on testnet. Okay, and if you've used Near before, you should know you have a mainnet account where you get real Near tokens that have value, like $11 right now, US. And then you have a testnet that has fake tokens, fake value. You can get that for free. But we're going to actually use this command to make sure that we're doing everything on mainnet. So now I use that command. Okay, I can clear so it's empty. Okay. Now, this here, Near call, right? So Near view means I want to see the blockchain. I want to view the blockchain. Near call just means I want to actually do something on the blockchain. I want to call a function. The function we're going to call is we're going to vote on this proposal right here. So this proposal, number 154, we're going to vote on it. Okay. So if I'm going to go back, because I have to actually change which ID number we're voting on, but it's relative. This is actually might be a bit too small. View bigger. Okay. What is it? That plus. Let's do that. Hopefully this is big enough for most people to see what's going on. So we are calling marmaj.sputnik-dao.near. We're going to act the proposal. So we're going to vote on a proposal. ID number 153. We're changing that to 154. Okay. The action is going to be vote approve. The amount, we're not going to send any Near with the vote. And right now I'm voting from Bianca's account. So thanks, Bianca. And the gas is going to be the maximum gas. On Near, the maximum gas you can send with a transaction is 300 teragas. Don't worry about that. That's the number right here. And on Ethereum, when you send more gas than you need to, that pays the miners. Okay, if you don't know what that is, that's totally fine. On Near, when you send more gas than you need to, you get refunded. So we can send as much gas as we want in the transaction. We'll get refunded the extra gas. Okay, so I'm going to hit enter. Okay, it's going to doing function call. Okay, and when it's done, you'll see this little green thing here. And we should soon see, I think it should be live from what I understand. It might not be live, and if it's not live, it's totally fine. But we're done. We're done voting on this one. So if we look at, here you go, buy for one Near. If I refresh the page, check owners. So I go to the history, it'll say marmaj.sputnik-dao bought that for 1 Near. Done. Okay, there you go. And I go back here, 2 voted, Bianca.near, Rebecca.near. So I'm going to do that a bunch of times. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to unmute. So for example, this one, Rebecca voted down. I will look at it real quick just to try and provide an explanation for why. So as I said previously, just because something's on the DAO does not mean there's a 100% chance that it will get purchased. We are still a DAO. We still have votes. And so I'm assuming for this one, the price was higher than Rebecca felt comfortable purchasing it for. So she voted it down. And so we still might buy it next week. But we for this week especially, we are letting Rebecca, our 3rd council member, have first and final say, I guess, on the DAO with what we're collecting right now. So we're just going to leave this. We're going to skip it. We're going to go to the next one. Okay. I am going to quickly, I'll try and do this quickly because it doesn't take that long. So this one's here. I will go to the DAO. I click up. It's the exact same call. I'm doing the exact same call. I just have to change this last digit, 156, and it should go through. I'm going to scroll up. So again, this one is voted down. It's only one near. So Rebecca did say she was going to provide some context. Oh, for this one, I'm assuming because I'm not sure. Okay, I'm assuming it was because of the skin tone. Yeah, so we don't have an actual reason for all of them, but we will still skip over the ones that Rebecca voted down. Rebecca did say that some of the skin tones were a bit light. And so for that reason, she did vote some of them down. So just because it has one vote down also does not mean we won't collect it, okay? We're gonna discuss, again, all the ones that are voted down. And then if 2 vote up, it'll still pass. So for example, for this one specifically, maybe the council will discuss later on today, say, hey, why was this voted down? We'll discuss. And then as long if Marma J. Near, myself, and Bianca Near vote yes, then it will still pass in the DAO. Let me double check. Okay, we're gonna skip through. So this one was voted up. Okay, so that is 158. Again, I'm just gonna go through, change the code. And if you're here in the call right now and we go to your NFT and you see it voted down, feel free to unmute yourself. Or just ping in the chat and Bianca will say something as well. Because it's very hard for me, as you can see, to stream this and also look at the chat. But if you're here and you're watching and you see, hey, that's my NFT, I think that one should have been purchased, or the skin color isn't too light, or whatever else, you're part of the community as well if you're here. So I would definitely appreciate you letting us know, or if you just want, if you see that your NFT is getting purchased and you want to say thank you, or just whatever else, feel free to type in the chat. Bianca will have no issues cutting me off, I'm sure, to say something. But yeah, this is how we're going to go for the next, I think we have 50 more NFTs to go through. So yeah, we're going to go through all 50. The majority of them are voted yes by Rebecca. And thank you very much, Rebecca, for going through all these. I know you're really busy with a variety of things. Okay, so this, the transaction timed out, but then it went through. So no issues there. And then we're gonna go through number 60. I will do my best to show every single NFT we buy or that we're voting on. So now I'm gonna change this to vote number 60. I'm gonna come here. And so if you were here last week, you saw that I did not do this very well. But this time I actually really like this one a lot. So thank you very much for submitting it. And the price is not very high. There's multiple editions, which I like because it allows multiple members of the community. I think I collected this on my personal account as well. So let's continue. But yeah, we've gotten a lot better at the implementation of how this works. But clearly, there's still more efficient ways to go about this. Okay, so this one is 161. See, having a script is just when you get the computer to run through the same transaction over and over again. It'd be lovely to have a script do this. So I'm going to vote on that one. So all that's happening when we vote this through, it's sending this whole deposit to Paras to buy the NFT. So that's all that's happening. So that deposit is going here to Paras to buy this NFT, and now it's purchased. It happens pretty much instantly. Near has a block time of 1 second, so pretty much 1 second later it goes through. So this one as well. I know Bianca did really want this one though, and Rebecca voted it down. So this is one of the ones again where 162. I'll keep note of it in our chat here. Yes, So someone's saying if you want to convert Marma J to W near, you can do it at on Ref Finance. That is very correct. We have a few videos up, but not any that are very specific. We're going to work on that. But you can go to Ref Finance. You can swap Marma J to W near, and you'll get to get W near in your wallet. That is correct. So this is one of the ones, for example, that I'm sure Rebecca had a reason for downvoting. Bianca, one of our other council members, wanted to vote yes. And so I would actually be the final say on this one, but we'll discuss it as a council first. But for now, I'm not going to vote no. I'm just going to skip over it and move to the next one. So here, okay. So this is one of the ones that we actually collected, one of the similar ones last week. We're collecting the next one this week, 163. So it does take a little while to go through, check them all, vote on them all, but it's pretty fun. Not gonna lie, I have no real complaints doing this. It's kind of enjoyable, and I think this is a more efficient way to kind of ensure the community is somewhat taking part in the collection. Because again, if you see your NFT voted down, like this one here, and I pull it up, and you're like, "Hey, that one's mine," feel free to ask. Literally, it would be like if I come here and this is your NFT, and you don't think it should, like, ask for a reason. Say, hey, 37110 is my NFT. Could I get an explanation for why? And you could actually tag Rebecca if you'd like. That's what we're here for. We're here as the council to answer these questions, communicate with the community. We're not doing things secretly. Everything's here in the open. I will scope over it for now. I'm assuming for that one, Rebecca voted down because it was either relatively expensive or because we already purchased one from that person during this call. At the same time, I felt like it was worth the price because it was animated, and I felt like it probably took a lot of time to take the original and animate it, but we do this as a community. This one, I'm actually, maybe because, I'm not sure actually. See, this is why I'm not the person who voted on it. We are trying to be a decentralized DAO, a decentralized community where we all make decisions together. So again, if this is your NFT and you're here in the call, please feel free just to ping in the chat. Don't be, be nice about it. Don't be aggressive about it, but definitely feel free to ask, like, hey, this is my NFT. Is there a specific reason why this was downvoted? And I'm sure Rebecca, when she gets the time, I know she's really busy right now. That's why she's not in this call. I'm sure when she gets the time, she wouldn't mind explaining for your specific NFT why it was downvoted. And just because it was downvoted in this specific call too, maybe we won't collect it today, but doesn't mean we won't collect it next week or during the week or whenever else. So try not to get discouraged. Hopefully, we, as I continue to say, we try our best to collect as many NFTs as possible from as many community members as possible. So this one was voted for a throw out. Maybe it was just wrong. I'm actually not sure about this one. I'm checking this one first. Okay, so this one was already purchased. We got close. So we actually had, so if you look at this one, we were actually about to buy it for 2.5 near, and then someone came in, you can check the history, someone came in, purchased it for 2.5 near, and then they put it on sale right after for 15 near. So as I said, people throughout the community purchase these NFTs, not just us, and so that is why I was for a throw out. I'm not going to change my code, so I'm just going to leave it for now. But I will vote manually, or Bianca, feel free to vote on 168 manually for a throwout. Actually, then the DAO keeps my bond. That's okay. I don't mind the DAO keeping my money. This one here actually did not get a vote by Rebecca yet. So I think that was just like an accident or whatever. This one as well. Cool. So this one was collected by, so we were going to collect this one as well. And now it's purchased by somebody else. I'm assuming that's why it was skipped over by Rebecca. So I'm going to skip 167 and 168. So congrats to Yisi. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'm sure I did. But congrats for making 2 sales on your NFTs that we weren't even a part of. It's always a little bit sad though when we want to collect something and then someone else comes out and collects it before we do. That's okay though. So 169, Rebecca voted yes. We are also going to collect. I'm sorry I haven't checked the chat in a little while, but I'm sure if you message in the chat, Bianca will take great care of you and vote on the proposal. Let's check out 170. I'm going to try and go a little faster in general, just because I want to make sure, I'm trying to make sure we can get the entire call done in 1 hour this time. The Marma J community calls definitely aren't timed. So what I mean by that is like the calls are not like an hour long or 2 hours long or half an hour long. They just start at a certain time and they go until they need to go, however long that is. But at the same time is that we definitely try and make it so that an hour is like the max length we go to. If you were here last week, we went for 2.5 hours till it was over, which is insane. Definitely not something we try and do on the regular, but it does happen, obviously. I really like this one. So Parzival, wonderful job with this one. And I like how the description isn't just what Bianca put on the guide or the challenge. There's a little bit of like unique creative addition as well. So, agent SPRDTHLV, I'm not going to pronounce that, is one of the secret agents that terminates hackers and scammers in the near world. It gives kind of more character to what this specific Marma J-chan is doing. I know lots of the descriptions are relatively simple, which is fine. I know a lot of them just kind of copied what Bianca had up, which is also fine. I know that for many of the people submitting, even though your English is probably almost better than mine, you guys speak English very well. For some of you, English might not be your first language. You might not feel as comfortable being creative or writing your own stuff. Totally fine. I know I was talking to some people in the chat previously who were actually saying, I don't feel that very comfortable creating stories or something like that. So this one, again, has a long, nice story to it. Super dark Marma J-chan. It's like animated as well, which is super cool. Really like this one as well. So no worries if there's not a unique story description that goes with it. Totally fine. A lot of the NFTs we collect have little to no story, and that's okay. Just saying that it's nice when you go through. We have over 100 Marma J-chans we've collected up by the end of this, and so it is nice to see not only a variation on the visual style that is being submitted, but also on the literary style. So again, near droid comes from the word nendoroid, where any animes are in Chibi. So it's kind of cool. I'm learning about different collections and different words, which is really cool. 174. So it looks like Rebecca was quite happy with a lot of these. Awesome. But I think this way works really well also because we're able to get multiple of our council involved. So Bianca went through first, or Bianca and I went through first to kind of see which ones seem like they should be collected or could be collected. I put all of them up to the DAO just to be like, hey, here's a proposal. And then Rebecca was able to kind of go through afterwards and kind of have the final say on whether they should be voted up or down. It's kind of the final say because obviously it's not actually final. First of all, it takes 2 out of 3 to pass. So Bianca and I can be like, well, we want it anyway. We can still vote yes. It's totally fine. But we're still, again, as I said, we're still going to talk to Rebecca about all the down votes first. but that's how it goes. I like this one as well. Just like, first of all, the athletic build, still curvy, but athletic. And it's pretty unique in my opinion. A warrior for peace whose desire is to love and give blessings to each other. Pretty cool. 167.
Hello, Chloe. For 167. Oh, sorry about that. For 167, Rebecca just messaged in our chat saying that it should be trashed because it's already owned.
Yeah. I did see that. 167, right?
Yes.
Yes. So for that one, I did see it. I skipped over it because I don't want to change the code that I'm working through.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought you said 167, but you're probably talking about 176 just now.
Oh, 176 is already owned?
No, sorry. 167.
Yeah. So 170 is owned, right? 167. Let me double check that one again. Maybe I just didn't look at it properly. Oh yeah, this is the one that I skipped over. Pretty sure I skipped over it because it was owned by Nifty Collector, and I said congratulations to EC. Again, probably pronouncing that incredibly wrong, but yes, thank you, Bianca, for making sure I was explicitly aware. I think that's the one that I skipped over in general. Oh, did you vote it up though? Is that why you were saying something?
Oh no, just because Rebecca had just messaged in the chat about it.
Oh, because Rebecca voted it up by accident. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
Sorry,
Thank you very much,
looking
Rebecca,
at a bunch of
for
screens
being
right
vigilant.
now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rebecca. Lucky me, I did realize that. So, and this is why I'm going through each one as well. It's great to show the community what we're going through, but also great for me to actually keep up with things and make sure I'm looking at things properly. I heard someone unmuted themselves as well. Does that person have something to share? Oh, here you go.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
About the purple ones highlighted last week. What will happen about those? Will it still be bought by the foundation or not?
Yeah, so great question. So I'm just going to repeat it for anyone that might not have heard the entire question. So the question was about what about the purple highlighted ones from the week before? So when we start collecting each week, so yesterday when we started looking through collecting, we start at the very top and we start with the purple highlighted ones from the week before. We did not pick all of them from the week before. We want to still make sure we're collecting some new artists, some artists from before. So we collected around 90 to 100 near from this most recent week. And correct me if I'm wrong, Bianca, it was about 40 to 50 near from the first week. We still went back, took the purple ones, highlighted them green, and we put proposals in. So next week, again, when we collect, we're going to start at the very top of the list, at the purple ones. That's where we're going to start collecting first. And then we're going to work to the second week and start collecting from there. And then we're going to work to the third week. So we always go from top to bottom. We go back to the very first submitted NFTs. We collect from there. So to answer what's going to happen to them, we're still planning on collecting a lot of them from the first week that are highlighted purple. But if it's not green for like right now, then it probably isn't going to be collected in this call. If you have any comments, concerns, questions about your specific NFT, if we still didn't collect it this week, it's probably just because the price is still higher than some of the other submissions that were there. And so, for example, if we had 475 near in total to collect for 4 weeks, every Sunday for the month of November, that's around 120 near a week. for those 4 weeks. And the first week, I think we spent 150 near. And this week we're spending around 150 near again. So as you can see, we're kind of over budget every single week. So we're trying to collect as many as possible, but we can't collect everything. So some of them are being collected by other people. So for example, this week we allocated around 160 near to collect. Some of them Bianca voted down, and some of them were already purchased. So for next week when we collect, we're going to have a little more near available to, again, go back to the first week, try and collect some. We're also going to send some of that to spreadthelove.near to collect some of the NFTs that were on Mintbase, because we can't use the DAO for that. We have to do that manually. So this week we're going to go back, check out some of the Mintbase submissions, and collect from there as well. I think there was at least 2, maybe 3 on Mintbase. So hopefully that answers the question. Just because an NFT is still from the first week does not mean we're not collecting it. There was some that we just skipped over, and they might not get collected, but the ones that are in purple from the first week, we are still looking to collect. I know that's a very long way to answer the question, but thank you very much for asking. So this one, 178, I will go through. We have 10 minutes left. I'm going to try my best to be relatively quick here. I know Rebecca did leave a comment actually about why she voted down a few of them. So if even after reading that comment and yours was downvoted, you could check out the DAO yourself and see. I should share the DAO link. It's not that easy to share at the moment, but oh gosh. But yeah, if you see that your NFT was downvoted, and the comment that Rebecca gave is either, in your opinion, incorrect, which, I mean, you feel free to discuss, or if you just feel like maybe it was downvoted or not there, feel free to, again, unmute. We really appreciate the community communicating with us. Feel free to share your opinions. If you have an NFT that was submitted before Saturday and it's not on the list at all, definitely reach out to us. That should not be the case. Every NFT that was submitted before Saturday of this week, so before yesterday, should be on the sheet. If we missed some by accident, sorry about that. We're humans. We do make mistakes from time to time. And yes, we are doing our best to collect. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd collect every single NFT, but we do not have unlimited near to do so with. So sadly, we do have to make these types of choices for which NFTs to collect, which ones to leave behind. Obviously, if NFTs are priced higher, it makes it more difficult to make the decision to collect it. Simply because we only have, let's say, 130 near each week to use to collect. So, if an NFT is priced higher, that means we can collect less NFTs. Pretty self-explanatory. If you price your NFTs a bit lower, it makes it a bit easier because then we don't have to worry about it as much. So for example, an NFT that's 1 near, we don't have to think about it as much, whether or not to collect. Does it fit the style? Does it fit the challenge? Yes. Sounds good. We collect it. It's kind of more straightforward. When the NFT is priced a lot higher, then we have to do a lot more discussion. We have to talk back and forth with the council to see, is it worth collecting right now, maybe next week, maybe the week after. And that's kind of generally how we make our decisions. As I said, we're all about spreading love and support. So the idea for spreading love and support is that we need to get the near tokens that are in our DAO to as many different unique individuals as possible in the community. And so if we spend all of our near on just 10 NFTs each week, then that's not as efficient at spreading the love as if we can buy 100 NFTs. Like, I would rather buy 100 NFTs for 1 near each than buy 10 NFTs for 10 near each, personally. I know that creating these NFTs takes a long time. You got some of you guys are working like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours with NFTs. And we want to also be appreciative and cognizant of the work that you artists are putting into these creations, but we don't have unlimited funds. As Ricky pointed out earlier, we're hopefully receiving a grant from the Near Foundation soon, and that will help the Marma J Foundation to be able to have more financial stability with which to support others with. So we'll be able to collect more NFTs once we get the grant. But realistically, we're probably going to be trying to use those grant funds to actually support the Marma J Chan store on Mintbase. So I gave a little bit of an explanation about how that was going to work previously. So again, from a very high level, we're going to receive Near tokens into the DAO for our grant. We are going to, oh, this is cute. We are going to swap those Near tokens into Marma J using Ref Finance, the exchange. So every Sunday, it's going to be a vote where it automatically takes, let's say, 500 Near and just swaps it right away for Marma J on Ref. Then we're going to have a bunch of Marma J tokens. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be interesting. Okay, I'm very excited to see how this works. Very excited. I'm going to vote this up. Okay, so this one, the price actually decreased. I'm still going to put the vote in. I'm still going to send more Near than is required. I'm pretty sure Paras will refund the difference. I hope. But I'm excited to see what happens. If it fails, if it refunds the difference. This is live experimentation now, and we'll see. Okay, first one timed out, then it went through. If I refresh, it should say we own it now. Okay, we bought it for 0.5. Now I'm going to come here, go to the Explorer. Sorry, this is taking like more time than it needs to, but maybe I'll do it as we go. Taking a long time to open the Explorer. Why is everyone using Near so much? I can't open the Explorer to check out transactions. That's okay. We'll do it when it loads. Okay, this one here. Because I know that Paras refunds the storage if you send too much Near for storage. So I'm pretty sure it also refunds if you try and send, like if an NFT costs 1 Near and you send 10 Near to buy it, I'm pretty sure it just refunds the extra 9 Near that you spent. That's generally how the Near blockchain works. Like for most things that it does, if you send more money than you need, it either, usually it'll just fail. So this one was voted up and the ice cream one was voted down, but that could be just because I did not read Rebecca's comments, but that could be because there was 2 NFTs up. Okay, I'm actually going to check the Explorer. Okay, now you're just lying. Okay, Marma J. Sputnik DAO.near. So anyone can do this. If you ever want to check out what the Marma J DAO is doing, you can go to the Explorer. You can check out the Marma J DAO. It's actually not working right now. This happens more often than you'd think, which is, I don't know, frustrating. But if there's too many people using the Explorer at one time, it doesn't work, which is pretty not good, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully, because we're almost done. We have about 20 more to buy, actually. So I say almost done, but not that close. We still have quite a few. So sorry about taking so long, people, but I appreciate you all coming out, being a part of this collecting experience. And I know we didn't get last week's video up on YouTube yet. We're working on that. Hopefully we'll get last week's video up maybe today, and then get today's video up next week or sometime during the week. But the video will be shared in this Telegram channel right away. So you'll be able to watch the callback, see what happened. If you missed your NFT coming up, or you missed it being voted down or up, you can come and see that. Totally fine. And hopefully you're learning a little bit about how the Near blockchain works now. I mean, it's relatively simple to use. You just call functions on the chain. And hopefully this kind of also shows how everything comes together. So Paras just uses their market. So x.paris.near, that's the smart contract we're using as well. This is the ID of the token. Hopefully that keeps it pretty simple. x.paris.near, this is the token right here. Sorry, 193.64, that one's voted up. And then 194 is voted down, and we'll check it out. So again, if we show, this one was super cheap actually, or super inexpensive, I'll say. So I wonder why it was voted down, but I remember this one. Maybe because we already purchased one from them. Oh, okay, yeah, probably because it was too light. Too light. Yeah, so we'll skip over that one. Again, if you feel as though, no, it's not too light, feel free to let us know. Or if you'd like to, make another one with darker skin. As you can see, the majority of them are caramel skin color. I know some people went darker. It's fine. But one of the main reasons to make a Marma J-Chan was to also get more variety. Oops, that's the wrong one. To get more variety in the skin tone of the models that we were seeing on the marketplaces in general with Near. A large majority of the subjects of the artwork we were seeing were very light-skinned. And so we wanted to see more variety, so more darker-skinned characters being portrayed on the NFT marketplaces for Near. So Paras, Mintbase, what have you. So if you went darker with Marma J-Chan, that's fine. It's nice to see more dark characters in general. If you went lighter toward, a little bit lighter was fine. We've collected some a little bit lighter, but if you went quite a bit lighter, then in general, we did not collect them. So as well, you might see your NFT on the spreadsheet. It's in white for this week, which means we're not planning on collecting it for this week. You might be wondering, why didn't we collect? First reason is probably because the price is higher than we as a DAO were looking to collect for. That's usually the first reason. Second reason could be that it is too light, the skin color of the character that you're using in your style. If it is too much lighter than what Bianca originally displayed, then we probably wouldn't have collected it. And even if we did by accident put it up on the DAO, Rebecca is a lot more thorough than us. And you can see that some of them that we put up. So this one actually is going to fail. I think this is the one. Yeah, so we wanted to collect this one. So if you're here on if Orbs Art, if you're on the chat, we wanted to collect it. It was up for Too Near. We have a proposal for Too Near to collect it. Seems like you changed the price while we were sleeping. And so the proposal will fail. So I'm going to wait on this one. You don't have to change the price. You can definitely keep it at 3 Near. It's totally fine. But if we try and vote on that, it will fail. And I probably won't go back and resubmit it. So yeah, do it. I don't want to ever try and force an artist to change the price of their piece. You guys are the creators. Set whatever price you think is reasonable. But as collectors, we also have to try and make sure that we're collecting for a reasonable price as well. As a DAO specifically, we actually cannot change the data that we put in. We have to resubmit and do other things. So yeah, for this specific proposal, I'll share it in the chat so that actually this will actually make it cool so that anyone can check out. I know I didn't share this previously. My bad. I should have shared the link to the chat already. Let's make sure. Perfect. And we're close. We're getting there. I think there's like 10 more NFTs to be collected. And then at the end of this, we'll see how much near we actually spent. Yeah, which will be great. Ricky's sheet will be helpful for that as well. So 201. So this is how we go through it. We go through it. So last week I was doing this for all of them. I go through the CLI. I go back. I go to the specific ID of the vote. I vote yes. I am hoping that Astro DAO eventually, the UI is able to, first of all, display data, because I don't feel comfortable voting on dozens and dozens of empty proposals. So actually, this is what it looks like in Astro. It just shows empty data. I do not feel comfortable voting on empty proposals. Also, Astro DAO, so this is 3 near, we put 4 near. So this will work. So the price went down since we submitted a proposal. That will work. So I have no issue with people putting their prices lower. Again, I didn't check if we get refunded, but I'll be able to check again, hopefully. So here, it'll schedule a call. If it takes too long, it will time out and schedule it again. So it did not take too long. Let's see if we can get, oh, Explorer's working, yay. Okay, so we are going to check the most recent call. So again, we acted the proposal, yada, 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 it succeeded. We bought this NFT. The price was 3 near. We transferred 2.85. So you can see that per. So if you look here, you can see how much money Paras Marketplace makes. So it was listed for 3 near, but Apin Graphics only got 2.85 near because the Paras Marketplace kept some of the money. Yes, and so we got back 1 near that we overpaid, plus we got back a tiny bit that we overpaid for storage. So hopefully you're learning a bit about how the near blockchain works here as well. If you go on to Paras and you send too much money for an NFT, the Paras Marketplace right here, x.paras.near, will send back the amount plus a little bit of storage. So that's what I thought would happen. I wanted to double check because if that wasn't how it would happen, I would have definitely had to tell Paras that their marketplace contract is a little bit broken and we want our money back, please, refund. Yeah, so let's go to 203. I think the amount we have in the DAO is about 213, maybe a bit more. I'll double check in a second. Geez, 214. So 10 more. 10 more. We're getting there. But a lot shorter than last time, right? Pre-doing everything is a lot quicker. Yeah, so we will continue to do it this way. I think, Bianca, I've looked at the chat a little bit. It seems like Bianca, Rebecca are both be able to chat there and communicate with the community while we're showcasing what's happening live here. And so anyone who wants to see, so again, timed out, right? And then it'll go again. So no issues when the blockchain's busy. It'll just time out and attempt again. So this is definitely the most expensive NFT we collected this week. I think it was very well done, both characters. If you can see, I'm actually wearing my Marma J shirt right now. So it's really cool to see a nice little tank as well. Might have to get some of those made soon. Bianca, who designed these. There's a QR code on the back as well. And it says Rebecca, I still have your shirts. I'll bring them back to Canada with me. But yeah, and Ricky, we'll have to get you some shirts made. Financial advisor, maybe. You know, you could let us know what if you're still here in the chat, but let us know.
Yeah, no, I'll be up for sure.
Awesome, sounds good. We got to get shirts for the entire council. Glad you're here as well. Okay, so this one was voted down. I'm assuming because she was too white, or I should say too light, right? Not too white. Just too light skinned. Cute piece though, if also I know some people have been burning and reminting their pieces. So this is a one of one. It has no offers on it yet, right? So if you're here or if you know this person who are the artist or whatever, feel free to just burn this, or you can keep it up. Like you don't have to burn it. But you can just re-mint it with darker skin and resubmit in the form, and that's totally fine as well.
I have a quick update. So Orbs Art let us know in the chat that they did correct their price for proposal number 199. So that was the one that we said we would skip for now because they had increased the price overnight. But now they just let us know that the price is back to too near.
Okay, so I will. What ID number is that again?
The proposal number is 199, and the ID number is.
I don't like proposal number. I'm just gonna do it. I'll know if it fails, but it should go through. And if it goes through, we're good to go. So awesome! Okay. Thank you so much for coming in, letting us know, and I appreciate you changing the price back. It did work, so we are good to go. Awesome. Glad to be able to collect another NFT. So yeah, and I like how we're able to have the community involved. As I said last week as well, feel free to change your prices whenever you'd like. We don't want to try and keep people at prices that are too low for the art what they think the art is worth. We're just trying our best to collect as much as possible. And I know some people have been making sales that are quite high price. I know, for example, we had a roller skating one that was up for, I think, 10 year. We suggested it go to like 7.5 or something, I think. I can't remember. Or 8. It got changed to 8, and then someone else bought it. And then Star Paws bought it for 31 year on secondary. So there's definitely people out there who are totally fine collecting for a variety of prices. You don't have to only cater your art to the Marma J DAO. We are just one of many collectors who are out here collecting Marma J Chans and various other ones. So, I feel like I want to show that one, but that one was very well done. And Starpaw said he wants to see more Marma J Chan's roller skating. So if that's your style and you want to show, I know we said one of her hobbies was skateboarding. But hey, Marma J Chan can test out new hobbies as well. So you can be as creative as you see fit when you are drawing things in your style. Sorry. I like this one as well. I think some of the stickers might look similar to this. So looking forward to that. I think the hair is pretty unique as well. Really like that one. And looking forward to the stickers too. And so a lot of times, if there was multiple entries that were similar, let me double check and make sure I'm actually on the right one. Yep. We collected like one out of a few. But yeah, we're almost done, so I don't want to take too much time. I talk a lot, right? Like I can talk literally for hours, but I don't want to stop while I'm talking. I want to at least make sure that I'm talking and doing things. But yeah, so at the end of this month, just so everyone knows, the next month when we receive funding from the Creatives DAO. So the funding for all of this collection was actually provided by the Creatives DAO in the near ecosystem. the next month when we receive funding, that funding is going to be used for the Marma J birthday party. So this one, I actually use this as my head in CryptoVoxels. So definitely had to purchase this one. Thank you so much for creating this. Zoln Herbal Bullen. I'm pretty sure, yeah. But thank you so much for creating this. Bianca loves it as well, as a CryptoVoxels head. So I have 2 different Marma J Chen heads that I use in CryptoVoxels now, which is very exciting. I've been trying to get a new CryptoVoxels head for a very long time, maybe over a year. So it's crazy to me that, and also you created this and gave it to me for free before even putting it in for sale. So this one was voted down, I'm assuming, again, because model looked too like whitewash. I'm not actually 100% sure. I did not read all the comments, but that is officially the end of collection for right now today. Again, if your NFT was voted down, so you can, I shared the link in the chat. I have not read all the comments, so, you know, good morning, Menangloid. Good morning, everybody. So I have not read all the comments. So Rebecca, so I'll just read it out quickly because here you go. So voted down any submissions that showed Marma J Chan without caramel or darker skin. Anything lighter did not feel appropriate, but the exception to this was 154, which I voted yes to by accident. So someone got through. Congratulations for sneaking through. Voted down any submission priced over 6 near. So there was one that snuck through. So yeah, voted down because I didn't like the message. Okay, chubby was and has always been sexy like that. So feel free to change the messaging. You can either just remint it with a different description or burn and remint, totally fine. No need for that kind of judgment here. Also, the gesture in the image is very what you're gonna do, not necessarily positive about the fact that she wants to eat ice cream. So that's why she's going to eat it. Sounds good. So you could take Rebecca. Thank you very much for the comments. I love that you add these actual. I'm very bad at providing specific commentary. I'm very high level. So I appreciate these specific comments so that artists can go, if they would like, they can always choose to resubmit the NFT after they've altered it or changed it. I know we had that happen with an NFT previously. I think Dwayne, you submitted one that you resubmitted and we collected it. So totally fine. 164 seems to be double, except for it's a GIF, voted down for earlier mismatch reasons. So again, for the GIF one that I thought was personally took a lot of time to make it a GIF, potentially you want to go back to the original, make it darker, and then make that one into a GIF and submit that. That we might collect that. Once the 8 was owned, and okay, perfect. Awesome. So thank you very much, Rebecca. And you're very welcome, Orbs Art. You're very welcome to everyone who got collected during this call. We really appreciate everybody who made a submission. This is so much fun for me. I know Bianca's been having a blast seeing all the different submissions. And yes, thank you very much, Bianca. We start from the purples last week. We will go through, again, week 2 submissions, the ones from this past week, and then we will collect from there second. Rebecca actually gave you guys a number. I've been kind of trying not to give a number out for what you should price your NFTs at. Rebecca said she voted down relatively anything over 6 near. So that might help some of you try and realize what might be priced a bit too high and like what we're looking to collect. People are sharing some of their screenshots here, 0.1 near, 2.5 near, 2 near, 2 and 3 near, 2 near, 1 near. So I hope that provides some clarity into the general prices we're looking to collect NFTs for. If you still have questions, concerns, feel free to reach out. I probably will not give you specifics about what your art should be priced at. I think artists should ask for what they think they're worth, and you never know who might collect from the community. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of the call. One more little showcase of the Marma J Chan, where we're gonna have the birthday party, or this is the change room. Oh yeah, so I meant to say, next month when we request funding from the Creatives DAO, the funding for that is going to be used to continue building out this space for the birthday party. So we are not going to be using a majority of our funds to collect Marma J Chans in December. Just so you know, I don't want anyone getting confused or discouraged. That does not mean we will never collect Marma J Chans ever again. It just means that we will not be receiving funding for it. So we won't have thousands of dollars to collect Marma J Chans in December. Now, Ricky already stated, we are going to get a grant soon. The grant is going to be used to fund specific artists to create Marma J Chans for Mintbase. Okay, so trying to be clear about all that so that no one gets too confused. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming to the chat. You're very, very welcome for collecting your NFT. If you got collected, it was our pleasure, to be completely honest. I look forward to this every single week. This is the highlight of my week coming here. Thank you very much, Bianca, for sharing that collectibles page. So yeah, this is the highlight of the week every single Sunday. I look forward to coming on live, collecting to the DAO. I mean, if you know me, this is a dream come true for me. I love interacting with blockchains in general. I love interacting with Near. I love using the CLI. And so, like, from me to all of you, thank you so much for submitting your pieces, allowing me to have fun for an hour on a Sunday, interacting with the Near blockchain, going through the Explorer, going through the DAO, Rebecca's like my childhood best friend. So allowing my childhood best friend to come in and vote on proposals and get involved. Ricky as well is one of my oldest friends. And so allowing, Ricky to come on and have a reason to share us losing Marma J tokens is awesome. I mean, I love giving away Marma J, and I love having a reason to, a reason to share our financials as well. So I'm going to end the call now. Feel free to unmute and say anything, but thank you so much. Okay, so someone said, hi, Bianca and Chloe. Do I have to change the price again? So actually, I will answer this on the call because this is a very great point. So for this NFT, I actually gave a suggested price of 7.5 the first time. Thank you very much for lowering the price. Rebecca, she has stated that it was too high priced in her opinion. Now, we as a council very well might continue to discuss the price of this NFT, but Amzone 05, I don't want to suggest anything, but if the price gets lowered, I would be fine. Like if it goes lower than 6 near, let's say, or at 6 near, that was Rebecca's number, 5 or 6 near, I think. If it was lowered there, I would feel comfortable voting yes. And then Bianca and I could still vote yes on that proposal. So that's how I see it personally. Rebecca gave a reason why it was voted down for her. And so I'd be fine voting yes on it if the reason why she voted no was no longer the case. Okay, so yep, if it's 5 near, yeah, and then there's a question for why is something, is this the actual one that you're sharing? If it is the actual one, then. Okay, I'm already at the beach, so I can't go through that right now. But this one, I can't see the actual ID number. I was gonna try and do it now live on the call, but I'll do it after. What's this one? Okay, yeah, so some of them we just didn't collect, and we'll try and go through them again. If your prices have been updated to make them lower, let us know. Is this the one? Is this the one that? Okay, now you guys are just sharing a bunch of NFTs. That's totally fine. But yeah, so we will go through and click this one. We'll actually, it's probably right here. I'm just gonna go through it since I'm on the call. It's probably one of the first ones that was, maybe Rebecca put a comment. I'm looking for your comment, Rebecca. Let's see. She said 155 and 165. So 165. Oh, this was 8. It's not the right one. 155. Okay, so I'm just going to double check it real quick. Okay. Okay, so this one, it's 5 near now. I will vote through on my ledger. So I have to do it here real quick. And then that's it. We're not going through a bunch of them. We're just going through one of them that was already in the DAO that we are like changing. Okay, so to make that perfectly clear. So just voting on this one. So as you can see, when I vote through my ledger, it actually gives me a ledger confirmation thingamabobs. And I think it was 155. So I'll go back to this. And so Bianca will be the last vote to pass it through. 155. There we go. So thank you for letting us know, for letting us know to change that. Yes, I know you already changed it. It should have been just collected a few seconds ago. So if I refresh, it should say it was collected. There you go. Thank you for letting us know and for changing that. Okay, I'm heading out now. To answer the question about the white, so Bianca answered it. It means we're not collecting it this week. You don't have to change your price lower. But as I said, if it is white from this week, there's probably 2 main reasons. The first main reason is that it is probably priced higher than the DAO is looking to collect right now. So if you lower the price, let us know. We'll alter it on the sheet and we might collect it next week. The second main reason why it could be white, we can try and leave more comments. We're going through it. It took us still hours to go through it yesterday. It could be because your main character is too light-skinned. Third, it could just be because, yeah, those are honestly the 2 main reasons. The price is too high. It's too light-skinned. We're not collecting it for this week. Some of them we just skipped over. But yeah, that's about it. So see you, everyone. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. Going to end the call now. We still have more work to do for the DAO today, so we're busy. But thank you so much for coming on. I know it's late for a lot of you guys. Go to bed. You need sleep. You have school tomorrow, many of you. But yeah, bye. Thank you so much for coming on.